Hello, welcome. Today I'm practicing backbends. If you saw my last video, I'm uploading longer workout stuff here to share in my journey with you. One of my goals is right here to be able to bend all the way back, kind of to the doorknob, just in this kind of a back bend. This is part of my warm up, part of a 30-minute stretch before I do my inversions. My back is very tight, so I'm trying to be gentle, easing back into things I used to be able to do when I was younger. Might have hit me more. So I've been watching a lot of videos on conditioning for back bends. They use yoga blocks. I don't have the strength and flexibility to use yoga blocks like this, just like freeform out in the open, but I can do them, use a yoga block against like a wall. I'm using my kitchen island right now. To do it without the wall, I need more strength in my shoulders to hold myself as I go deeper into the stretch, and I don't have that. You need strength and flexibility to do it like that. I don't have that yet. I've got enough strength to at least hold myself up while I reach for the block and just push into the stretch. So it is a combination of strength plus flexibility to do what I'm doing, but I am relying more on the flexibility and reaching and trying to see how deep I can go just using the blocks. I'm also not focused on holding the poses for super long. I do static stretching kind of to relax, and I do static stretching, but not as much as maybe I should. I don't know. But I like more active stretching, at least in this particular situation, because I'm easing into things. I'm seeing how things feel. And I like to feel, what's the word, like mobile. Plus, backbends can be very claustrophobic feeling, at least for me. Like it's very tight around your chest, your chest and your head. That's how I feel. Especially when you're inverted, like, all the blood's at your head. So it's easier for me to stay focused. Also, I am relying on the boxes. The boxes, what are these called? The blocks, yoga blocks, for stability. And because this is my first time actually using them in this way, I don't know how stable they are. So I'm testing it that way. Like, can you hold my weight? And they were great. They did a great job. Shout out to them. I also, you can see I have gone just a little deeper. I turned one of the blocks on its side. You can see my unicycle in the background. Shout out to my unicycle, who has had a flat tire for several years. We've gone on a couple rides, but I need to get the right tire for that. So I'm singing Iron Maiden right now. This kind of stretching is primarily focused on my hollow back stretch, which requires me to push my head through my shoulder and back is kind of like flat, like it's all like pushed out, and your lower back and your butt is like bent down towards the ground. You want to put all your weight basically in that for this kind of back bend. I cycled a little bit with some pincha. I don't know what the other word is, but pincha is a different type of back bend. I'm removing another block, going deeper. This is as deep as I got for this kind of stretching today, because I could feel my left shoulder giving out a little bit. It doesn't have the strength to really like hold this deep stretch, but it was great challenge. Nice try. Also, I'm recording this like 5 hours later, so I don't have any pain in my back right now, which is a great, excellent sign. Things are improving. The first time I was working on my back bends, I was very stiff afterwards, but we are progressing. I'm really looking forward to practicing it again because it's very comfortable once you get the hang of it. Also, now I'm trying to practice wheel pose. Okay, towel, no. It's on my hardwoods. It's so slippery. You're gonna see me slide in a minute. It's not a good base for me. Also, I can't put full pressure on my wrist like at all. So I have to get up on my fist, which I don't like doing because it puts bruises on my fist, which I don't like on my knuckles. But yeah, this is the only way I can practice wheel pose is on my elbows. Some professionals don't like when you use your tippy toes to push into wheel. I don't care. They suggest you put your feet flat on the ground. I don't think it's a wrong way to do anything. That's me. As long as you're not hurting yourself. But I have tight hip flexors and tight quads, so I need to stretch those. But to deepen my back bend, I like to go on my tiptoes. I like to feel this kind of stretch here. If you go all the way with your feet flat, you'll feel it more in your hips. It hurts, dude, if you have hips like mine. But either way, I was really proud of this wheelbarrow because that's something I absolutely do not practice more than like once every couple months, maybe. It's generally not comfortable yet, at least, especially just getting into it because of my tightness and lack of flexibility. But now I'm ready to practice my inversions. I didn't do a lot of strength training today, so I was not as strong feeling as I would have liked, but it was okay. I'm focused on practicing what I was doing up against my kitchen island, basically dropping the weight back in one foot, extending one foot up. I want to mention that when you're inverted, putting your feet directly straight up into the air is kind of hard to know. You have to wait, like you have to feel it if your foot's like actually straight up or if it's like slightly sticking forward or backwards or something like that. And now I'm just taking a break, practicing putting the weight of both my feet fully behind. This is a very hard stretch, but I really love it. The thing I'm trying to focus on when I'm watching these is to make sure my shoulders are open. It's super frustrating to watch me get into a hollow back, speaking for myself, and like my shoulders are not as open. They look good right here. Usually you can tell if you're watching this video, my shoulders are open when you can see both of my straps on the back of my top. That's how you know. See, the hollow back's fine, but I will hope to have more of dropping my hips more. Here I'm trying to switch between legs without falling down, but I'm slightly cheating, you can't tell, but my head is slightly touching my arms. I want to be completely like inverted when I do that. It's good practice for my back and my shoulders, core strength, building strength. But fatigue is a thing. Hollow back is one of my favorite things to do. I just love it. It looks so. It's kind of like how those break dancers do certain poses. It's cool. I'm practicing my legs behind again, blah, blah, blah. I'm practicing also the same thing I was doing with the island, but this time, this is the pincha bend. I don't know what this is called. This is another forearm pose, but my back is more curved like this. It's a different back bend. And I have more control like this, but I don't have a lot of flexibility. You see me fall on my head? Previously, I've always gotten up into forearm from headstand, so I'm pretty good at just picking myself up. But now I can kick into forearm stand, which has always been an ultimate goal. I'm really happy about that because now I can just basically do it anywhere, whether I'm warmed up or not. But I haven't practiced like going from headstand to forearm stand in a long time. But that is a great workout too for your arms and core. Also, shout out to these leggings that I got from the thrift store. They were like $3. Here I'm practicing this. Oh no, I'm not practicing yet. But this is just working on little flows in between. I think this is what I'm about to say. I practicing this like corkscrew kind of thing for that 5 seconds you saw. It's really hard. You need a lot of core strength to do it. But I see these ladies I follow do this, and it's really cool looking. So I definitely want to try conditioning for this. You basically you'll have your legs like straight up, and then you bend at the knee and you like twist your hips. But it looks more flowy and cool when you can do it right. Yeah. But this is me like doing some baby conditioning for it. At the end of my practice, I try to do more back bend stretching just to see. I practice this usually in my room. I have this ugly, large shelf that my landlords had when I first moved in, and I push up against it like this. Now, this is not great because I want my hips to be over my shoulders more, but it's okay in terms of just practicing the stretch and letting like the weight of my hips fall so that it deepens my back bend. It's not the easiest to get into, but it's fine. I got closer to the island this time, but next time I want to get even closer. This is better for at least posture, like how I'm supposed to hold this pose, because I want to feel the weight of my own body while deepening the stretch. This has helped me learn how to be strong and flexible at the same time. This is not. I'm right here, I'm specifically just stretching my back. I'm really leaning into it. But with my head raised, now my shoulders are engaged. I'm actively pressing up and trying to push my hips forward to deepen the bend on my own. It's really, when you don't have anybody, the walls are great. But yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.